Yeah. Wanna learn something?
One lover, don't you dare slow down.
Hello, I'm Aaron Davis and
Talia Keo.
basically this is our show. It's called Your Window In. And basically the thing is, people think that most black people of ethnic backgrounds, you know, that we all think alike. Different people that live in certain neighborhoods all think alike. This way, on this show, we're going to give everybody a chance to speak their own point of view. We're going to discuss a few topics that are relevant to our culture and our age group. So basically, we're going to kick this off with the very first topic, and that is, can a man find a woman to be physically attractive or have romantic feelings for her if initially he didn't? If initially he thought that this chick was beastly, I mean, would he eventually get to the point, you know, if they hung out together, spent enough time, where he felt like she was somebody he could marry? I mean, it happens with women all the time. Look at Beauty and the Beast. I mean, he was a real fucking animal, actually. You know what I'm saying? And then, look, over time, she ended up liking him. Beyonce, Jay-Z, same thing. What y'all think about that?
First of all,
Introduce yourself before you talk.
once again, Talia Keo. Okay? First of all, I think that yes, love can surpass all things, even ugliness. And that if you spend enough time with a person and you learn about them and you have things in common, that eventually, yes, you can open your heart to loving them and seeing past the aesthetics.
Cornelius Priestley. To a point, she's right, but you're still completely wrong. And the reason why I say that is because you're talking about how eventually love overcomes. With a guy, the only way a guy can overlook a woman's ugliness is if, one, she starts to be less ugly by making differences in her lives, by for once getting plastic surgery, losing 50 or 60 pounds. That'll help. That'll help with the love aspect of it.
Oh.
Second of all, and the only other way that he can find her less repulsive, if she is in fact repulsive, is that he's actually surrounded by fewer and fewer attractive women. If it comes to the point where all the other women he's surrounded with are pretty much ugly themselves, at that point the entire bar is lowered. At that point, then she starts to look more attractive.
You know what?
No.
He got a point. Because you ever notice when dudes go to jail and they always come out and end up with some fat or some ugly chick, dog, because they've been in there by themselves so long, they just want somebody they can just settle down with. Think about it.
Omar Kassan.
No. Or
No,
those
no.
are the kind of women who will put up with the guys who just got out of jail.
Now this is
All
the
right,
thing. This
Omar
is the thing.
Kassan.
Omar Kassan, once again. Now, I feel like if a woman has a certain kind of personality to a certain extent, it may get you by. But for a dude, for any kind of real man, it's going to be some kind of distance in between his woman and the reality in which she perceives herself to be. Now, she can be the greatest woman in the world, cook for you, clean for you, keep you well fed and everything else. But when it comes down to the bedroom, she's not attracted to you or you're not attracted to her, it's never going to work.
Okay.
I'm Catfish Thompson.
Catfish.
Catfish, yeah. I just want to put a plug for my brewery. It's something like Guinness. Best way to describe it is it tastes something like Guinness.
Hold on, so it's
And-
called something like Guinness?
Something like Guinness.
Okay.
And 50% of the funds, the proceeds, go to dogs. So
What
that's
kind of
good.
dogs?
Just dogs.
Okay.
So I think that when a man and a woman are having sex, it's a prime. This is what we're talking about is like a primal issue. When a man's having sex, we see titties. We're thinking titties in our head.
Yeah.
When a woman sees a guy naked, and she's probably thinking shopping or money or something, or who knows. I mean, they have sexual thoughts, but all we have is sexual thoughts when we're having sex, and all we're doing is thinking of hot women, and they have lots of sexual thoughts, but they can also think about shopping during sex. Like, what kind of guy could think about shopping during sex?
I mean, don't guys think about baseball when they're trying not to climax? Or other things?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
the
that's-
anti-sex thought. That's the
Yeah.
anti-sex thought.
You don't have the anti-sex thought while you're trying to have sex with the woman about the woman that you're trying to like. Not, you know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
Like, it's like you're trying to reverse the roles
Yeah.
of the very thing that
It's
you're
the
trying
greatest
to-
battle, man versus himself.
Yeah.
Okay, Cornelius again. Now, partly to her defense, I think the reason why she thinks that a man could be attracted to a grotesque woman is because she sees everything through that female reality. The female reality is women. I'm serious. They're more emotional. They can actually, a man's mind, a man's sense of humor, all that can physically change the way he looks in her mind. But the fact of the matter is, men are just simply visual. It's just the,
Yes.
I
it's
am
the way
not
of life.
saying that the visual has changed. I am saying that you get to a point emotionally where you're willing to be like, fuck it, yeah, you're ugly, but you know what? I love you anyway, and we can be together.
But when you know
We
about
never
it-
get to that point.
But you
No.
know,
There's no point.
when it
Like,
comes down
I
to
love you like
society-
a friend, a
It's
sister.
more like a you win.
Yeah.
But when it comes
Buddy.
down to society, though, we have become such a society that is such chasers of
Aesthetic.
like, you know what I mean? It's like you have a magazine and you want that magazine.
Yeah.
No matter what your real woman at home is going to be doing for you, you're chasing after that beauty that can never be attained.
No, cause a lot of black women they like old thick ass ghetto type chicks, man, and you don't see that in the magazine. You don't see that around the hood, and that's what we prefer. I mean, speaking for myself, I know that you know what I'm saying. So it's not always about the magazine. Hey, but look, on the flip side, let's ask about this. In reversal, what about when it's the other way around? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that a woman can find a man unattractive and then still be able to get with it? We already talked about how a man wouldn't be able to do that. So why is it that a woman can?
Money.
I'll tell you no. I will tell you why, and it is older than you think. Okay, think about it. Men have always ruled the world.
Yeah.
Okay, you've always just taken what you wanted. We were always little playthings. Okay, and you can have as many of us as you can afford. Now, because we were put in that situation, I believe that we were forced, unlike you guys, to look past it. Just like you mentioned the models, and you know that women chasing that kind of beauty that is unobtainable and all of that. You think that women started that shit? That we went out and found the skinniest, biggest boob chick out there and said, yeah, now let's all try to be more like Cindy. No, okay? No, what happened was men, with controlling everything, said, this is Cindy. This is what we want to see. Everybody, get with it. Okay.
But Cindy
But
would not
over
have been there if it wasn't for money.
But over time, we have been forced to look past that. Unlike you guys. That's
You're talking
biased.
about a certain kind of man. Not all men want that.
I think it's actually a big thing, other than the physical, which I harped on before.
Yeah.
But a big thing is guys have better friends than girls.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our friends will not let us sleep with it. If we didn't have those friends, if no one knew us, I'd sleep with the ugliest woman in
Yeah.
the world and stay with her and be happy.
But you always
we
think
have
what
to
would your
show it off to our
friends
friends, and they're gonna dog us. And girls would be like,
No, I
"Did
think
you
girls
see?"
get that too
We do
sometimes.
get that too.
Women are
I
just as
think they
bad
get
as
that
guys.
with
Yeah,
the
but they're-
broke. Does he have any money?
Yeah.
What
Because if
does he
he's
do?
ugly and broke, then it's a problem.
Yeah, but if the
Like,
guy's,
what's the problem?
if the guy's rich, if the
Yeah.
guy's ugly and rich,
Yeah.
the girl's girlfriends are not gonna be like, you need to get.
You have
They say,
to
oh,
like,
he's so
oh,
nice. They don't say, oh, he's so attractive.
Yeah,
They say, oh,
they're-
he's so nice.
They're like
Yeah.
jackpot. He's
Nice
rich.
car.
Yeah.
It's a nice suit. He
Yeah.
can dress.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with cash.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with success and actually accomplishing something.
Or even when she says he's so sweet, translation, he buys me shit.
Hey,
He
that-
buys shit for me.
Oh my God.
as an Afrocentric male, that we as black males do not think of marriage as the holiest of holies in relationships. We can be one with a person for 5 or 6 years and not be with them, I guess, up under God, but go out, I guess, meet somebody 6 months later that does have that physical attraction that you can't do with the spur of the moment things, go to Vegas,
The difference
because it
is,
doesn't mean that much.
You know what
to
the
them.
difference is? The girl who he leaves you for to get married to, she didn't sleep with him. The woman he's staying with, she's doing.
not
I'm
all
sorry,
the
excuse me.
time.
Tell me. Listen,
No.
let me toss this out and tell me.
Mr. Conservative.
I'm
Okay,
telling
you would think
I'm
so.
telling
You
you.
would
Let me
think so.
toss this out there. Let me get this straight.
Gave away the goodies.
Pretty much, she's doing every single thing a married woman will do. He gets all the benefits without any of the commitment.
Usher and the woman. She slept with him, obviously. They had a baby.
There's a lot of things married
Is that
women
smart?
Well,
won't
you're
do
talking-
that
you're talking about- you're
that some
talking-
girl will do.
Yeah, there's always some
Well,
girls who do a little bit more than the last
We're
girl.
not talking about just going around just sleeping with people just for the sake of it. You're talking about how can a guy stay with a woman for years and years and years and then
And pretend
refuse
to be married.
Pretend to be married, but
Yeah.
not marry her. He doesn't
Because she
have to
didn't take
because
advantage.
This is a retail mentality. I'm saying retail because I used to be in it. It's a retail mentality. people only buy crap now when they know they have a return policy.
Yeah.
That's the only time they buy crap. And the only time they'll buy something without a return policy is when it costs more. And the cost more is the more expensive thing does not let you do all the stuff that the older model or the cheaper thing will let you do without a bigger commitment, without a bigger price.
Yeah.
That's the reality
No,
situation.
because there are girls who have stolen away guys who have put rings on their fingers for the great sex.
Because
and
they
the
make
fact that she was
themselves
so young.
seem more expensive.
I think it depends on the man because some men are more lust driven than others. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, and it's a fucked up thing to say, but there are men out there who are just that emotionally damaged that they will marry a woman strictly for sexual reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's not so much that they want to commit to her, but it's just that they don't want her fucking anybody else.
Exactly, want to take her off the market.
That's all it boils down to.
And I
Talking
learned,
about sociopaths at that point.
and I learned that it's not racial.
Damn, you took it there to sociopath?
No, I mean to the point. Not that he was
Damn.
a murderer. Not that he's a murderer, but somebody who's that emotionally cut off and that emotionally wicked.
Yeah.
That they would screw somebody else over simply for the fact that they can't, so nobody else can have him. That's
God,
a
it's
simple
all
thing.
over. He's still providing for
He's married
house.
her.
I mean, damn, it's
I'm
not
talking
like
about
he's
his
keeping a
motivation.
dungeon or
I'm
some
talking
shit.
about his motivation. That's the difference between manslaughter and murder, isn't it? It's motivation.
Well, let me ask you.
No,
Motivation
he's
changes
treating them more.
everything.
He's treating them more so like a pet. Like you know, these people get these expensive ass dogs and they pamper them
And
and
that's
do all
better?
that shit for them. Yeah, but that doesn't make them
Treating a
sociopaths.
person as an animal is not doesn't make you a sociopath.
Hell
But
no.
what about Tiger Woods?
I'm sorry, it
though?
just makes you a jerk.
But what about Tiger Woods though?
What
You think
about
that-
him?
okay, he was married and then cheated, right?
Yeah,
Who's to say he wasn't like that before he got married?
he was like that before he got married.
So why do you get married if you already like that?
But look, I don't know why he got married.
Thank you,
know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Take her off the
exactly.
market.
They take her off the market. He didn't
I
want
mean, she was
nobody else.
amazed.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
was amazed.
That was my point earlier. That's when dudes do stuff because they don't want nobody else hitting.
She had to have some
Yeah.
kind of emotional spark that nobody else
I
had.
don't
Yeah.
think it's
She had to.
Yeah. You dropping the J and shit.
I
It's
think
okay.
I think it maybe it was that she was probably the first chick that didn't completely throw herself out.
Anyway,
That's why he
Mr.
started
Conservative.
different.
No, too conservative.